Hi and welcome to day 71 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. I attended Team Neela's 10th anniversary carnival held at the relatively new Bukit Canberra Sports Centre. Apart from free cup corn, churros and ice cream, these are 3 things I brought back to my parents. Number 2 and 3 would benefit your parents too. First off, a free power bank. Dad was happily telling me he could now use that to charge his portable microphone he used for teaching when it ran low on battery. There was a booth by the Singapore Police Force and they gifted a goodie bag with the power bank upon downloading the Scam Shield app, an app which can alert you to scam calls or suspicious texts. I downloaded it on the spot but made sure to download the same app and update the settings on both my parents' phones when I went home. There was also a booth by the SG Digital office which is set out to help seniors on their digital journey and build a digitally inclusive society. Be it transacting, communicating, or looking for info online, we can learn from digital ambassadors at our nearest SG Digital Community Hub, so I introduced this free resource to my parents. Although they much prefer me as their personal digital ambassador, I advised them to be open to approaching these ambassadors who would always be there to help them. After all, we can spend time together in other ways and not always as teacher and student. 500,000 people in Singapore suffer from kidney disease. Singapore ranks 4th in the world for kidney failure rates. That's from a recent article on Mothership which shared some scary stats. This is day 72 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child, and you bet I'm going to talk to my parents about kidney health. Feel free to take a screenshot of these tips for healthy kidneys, but the main tip I highlighted to my parents is to eat foods lower in salt since they settle their meals themselves in the weekends. In the weekdays, I order healthy meals that are delivered to them so I'm not overly concerned. The recommended salt intake according to the World Health Organization is under 5 grams, which is 1 teaspoon of salt. Personally, I've been tracking my calories, which has helped me eat more mindfully, and because of my new eating habits, I've been more conscious, telling store owners to prepare my food with less salt. For mixed veggie rice, I don't request for lu zhi or curry sauce anymore. I told my parents what I've been doing and shared that they can do the same. These are small changes that would make a big impact. So make sure to share this video with your family and friends. Hi and welcome to day 73 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. I spoke about collecting fitness trackers from the Health Promotion Board for the whole family. It'd be incomplete to get those fitness trackers without downloading the Healthy 365 app to sync your data to. Not only does it reflect the number of steps you have taken daily, it shows you the number of minutes you engage in moderate to vigorous physical activity and sleep duration. Of course, the tracking happens only when you're wearing the tracker. Those QR codes that get printed alongside your receipts when you grab healthier groceries or buy healthier meals, those can be scanned and the points will be added on the app, so don't be too quick to rush off after checking out at the supermarkets. Your health points can then be exchanged for these rewards. Very enticing and practical. My dad was the first one who started using it. Before I started using it, I sent the QR codes to him to scan and accumulate points. And when I downloaded the app, I realized how many rewards I've been missing out on. I'm more active than my parents, so naturally I'd amass more points more quickly, which means more vouchers to offset groceries, drinks, food, and even transport fares. Mom is at home all the time, but she tries to walk around the house as much as she can, just so she can brag that she's walked a few thousand steps. For an inactive person like my mom, this is progress because the first step to change is being aware. More tips on getting health points in an upcoming video. Hi and welcome to day 74 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. One of my first videos was about how dad had PCO and the doctor was suggesting a laser procedure. That was in 2023. He thought about it for a year, came back for a follow-up, but he couldn't get the laser done that same day, so it was pushed to early this month. And finally, my dad got his laser done. On the day off, I asked the staff at the counter how long it would take when my dad went into the room for the procedure. She said 15 to 45 minutes, so I happily started my timer for 15 minutes, went to the food court to grab a drink, sat down, and before I could take a sip, my dad texted and said he's done, all under 15 minutes. He said everything was bright and clear, unlike before where he had to use his other eye to see things clearly. So that's that. And on the flip side, mom's eyes haven't been cooperating as she's experiencing flashes of light and floaters, which was scaring her. I brought her to the emergency room recently to be on the safe side. Because of that, she's not using her phone as much or at all and doing some decluttering instead. For someone with mental health challenges, getting a task done can be an incredible feat, so I made sure to show mom appreciation and compliment her for a job well done. Finally, both of them attended an event held at the nearby CC as part of SG60 celebrations. They're never ones to sign up for activities. Honestly, if mom's eyes are still still fine, I doubt she'd be stepping out or stepping a foot away from her phone, so I guess it's a blessing in disguise. We'll still be following up with the eye docs on her situation. Hi and welcome to day 75 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. I was talking to my aunt about mom's trigger finger and frozen shoulder. I thought mom still had those conditions as she tends to use her diagnosis as reasons she can't do things around the house or exercise. My aunt told me there are injections that can help those conditions, and when I told mom about it, mom then revealed she's much better now, so no need for injections. I texted a friend who does occupational therapy to share a few simple exercises so mom can be more active, which I believe would help her body too. She planned a visit to my parents where she spoke to my mom to understand her conditions and pain, tested how much strength she had in each arm, and started working with the items we had in the house. We had small dumbbells and a resistance band. Mom felt those dumbbells were way too heavy, so my friend came up with exercises using the band instead. Knowing my mom's fingers were more sensitive, she instructed mom to keep the handle of the resistance band on her palm as she lifted it slightly. Then she put the band behind her while getting mom to squeeze her shoulder blades together backward as if she's holding a pencil in her back. Third exercise involved extending her leg with the band and holding it. I'm truly impressed with how my friend came up with these customized exercises for my mom that seemed fun, doable, but still challenging enough for mom. Just a few reps of these got mom complaining of soreness, the exercise kind, and I realized how inactive mom really was. These 3 gentle exercises are a start, and I hope mom grows to love working out as much as I do. Struggling with sleep challenges? Watch as I share the 3 sleep strategies I learned from senior principal psychologist at Tan Tock Seng. Hi and welcome to day 76 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. Dad has been telling me that mom wakes him up in the middle of the night after she gets up and is unable to fall back asleep. While I've given mom a lot of practical solutions, I knew she wasn't implementing all of them. She could still improve on her sleep hygiene, habits, and routine. So when I chanced upon this poster at the hospital, I had to sign up. Dr. Huang introduced cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, which is the preferred first-line therapy for chronic insomnia. It involves multiple aspects like teaching you about sleep hygiene, establishing a new sleep pattern, dealing with a racing mind, and practicing mindfulness. This is the equation or key ingredients for sleep. Finally, she recommended a wind-down routine that starts 4 hours before bedtime. Talk about being well prepared. I personally like this wind-down activity called progressive muscle relaxation, where you systematically tense and relax different muscle groups so you can thoroughly feel like you're sinking into a relaxed state. Check out my next video where I share 3 things that need to happen in the final hour before bedtime to promote sleep. Hi and welcome to day 77 of retiring and caring for my parents as an only child. My mom has insomnia, so in my previous video, I shared how I attended a webinar from a psychologist and learned 3 sleep strategies to try to help mom. What about the 3 things that need to happen when it's nearly time to sleep? According to Dr. Huang, in the final hour, decrease light exposure. I love blackout curtains, and speaking about reducing light entering through windows, I have a hack to share in my next video. Lower temperature of environment, reduce arousal and mental stimulation. I'm big on mindfulness practices and meditation. So put the phone away and keep cool, but mom is quite afraid of the cold, opting for a no fan, no aircon way of life. So until she tries AC somehow, I don't think I can install anything in the house for now. I've sent the content I've learned to my mom. I hope she's able to gain a thing or two so she can stop sending me voice notes in the middle of the night.